I'd rather invite someone over and say, hey, let's talk about this. Are you getting this structure? It's
Oh
awesome,
yeah,
huh?
it's beautiful.
So, now this is the new part they just finished building, I think 2 years ago, which is what they built many years ago for the World's Fair. And we'll kind of give you a tour here. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike at MikeColeen.com. I've got a new table set up here, and the noise sounds a little different to me. It's a bigger table, and I'm not really sure. So I don't know. I'll see how it sounds afterwards. So bear with me. Hey, I want to thank everyone for subscribing. I've only done it like twice before, but I've noticed lately a few people have been subscribing almost on a daily basis, and I appreciate that. Spread the word if you can, okay? And remember, if you're a new person, click subscribe. So this is going to be tip of the day. I don't like giving tips out because I said this in a video a long time ago, about a year and a half ago. Because it's not about tips; it's about understanding. Here's watch this. You know how I always talk about the linear way, and the non-linear internal way. Well, the left brain is the linear push energy. It's about the tip. So that's a very normal thing for men to say, hey, give me a tip, Mike. It won't work. It's understanding. Now, here's why. You ever heard the phrase, I got lucky? Or a lot of guys will say, I got lucky last night. What he's really saying is, I don't know what I did. I just got lucky. Well, why not stop? Change that to where you're consciously aware of every little thing you did so you can repeat that. Now, here, I'm going to shut the door. Hold on one second. That's one thing we learn in NLP is instead of doing something on accident, why not figure out what it is that you did, and so now you know what your recipe is, so you can repeat that at any time and every time you want. That's why a lot of guys are like, man, you're really good with the women. And it's like, well, because I'm not gambling. I'm not taking dice and hoping that they land. Which is what a lot of guys do. They go get drunk, they spend money, they try this, they try that. And, well, this seemed to work with the last girl. Why didn't it work with this one? Because you're not consciously aware of why it worked with that girl. That is the difference between my course and a lot of other courses out there. They're just giving you tips and tricks and advice and theories and philosophy. I'm going to give you a really big tip here in a second. Let me say something about my course. I don't believe in theories. I don't believe in philosophies. I don't believe in beliefs. Well, or opinion, that's the word. Opinions, theories, and philosophies. That's for people that just want to sit around and talk. I want to know what works, and I want to know why it works, when it works, where it works, and with whom it works at what time, and why it worked that time and not the other time, okay? I want this to be so specific. It's literally like a mechanic or a computer, programmer, someone who knows how to fix a computer, I guess you could say that too. All right? Look, you wouldn't take your car to a mechanic who said, well, I'm not really sure if I can fix your car, but, theoretically, philosophically, I should be able to fix it. I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm going to take, especially if he said I'm going to charge you $125 an hour, right? Imagine that. So why would you take your car to someone who's sitting there saying, I don't really know if I can fix it, but I'll try, but I'm going to charge you by the hour? You'd be like, yeah, no thanks, bro. I'm going down the road to a mechanic and say, yeah, give me an hour. I'll look at the car. It's going to cost you this much money, and we'll find out what's wrong, and then I'll tell you how much it's going to cost. It literally should be a step-by-step process, okay? Now, sorry, I'm looking at a squirrel outside my window. It just kind of jumped up at the branch right there. Now, I think one thing to say about my course is it gives you very clearly defined processes and steps, and it shows you very clearly what it is that men are doing in the linear way that women don't like because they're non-linear, they're internal, and they're spatial, etc., etc. Now you might go, well, that's very vague. Well, this is a short video. Of course that's going to be vague. In the course, I'm going to tell you right now, minimum, the first third to almost 50% or 60% of the course, it's almost all about understanding the processes of how women think versus the way men think, about the way a woman falls in love versus the way that men give love, which is the opposite way that a woman receives love. You have to learn how to express love in the female way so she can receive your love, so then she's going to want to make love and have sex with you. If you're a married man, you have to take this course because, to my knowledge, there's no one else out there teaching this. No one. What I'm teaching is brand new. It will clarify things, and it will put the power in your hands in a way that she likes. Women want men to have this, and it's the thing. Most clients are like, oh, I went to this. I went to this investment thing where these investors will invest money into entrepreneurs, and I handed it to this guy, and it says, "Oh, communication, dating, relationship coaching, etc." And he goes, "Oh no, and it said, what did it say on the back? How to roll?" It's right here. Hold on. So it's an older card. Understanding women and the art of attraction. How to meet and comfortably talk to women. It's easy once you know how, which is true. And it says, do you understand women, dating, and relationship discovery? This is also to save your marriage. So the guy goes, oh, I can't touch that card. I mean, it's a romantic card. I don't know. I think it's too red personally. But so he literally threw the card back at me. And then there's a girl next to him who started talking to me. What is this about? And we started talking. And he's kind of like, how come she's not mad? Because, guys, women want you to know what this is. They want you to do this. That's such a weird thing. I can talk to women, and within 3 sentences to a paragraph or so, they're like, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And we just go back and forth, back and forth. Whereas a guy, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this works, So it is such a bizarre concept where women are like, you need to reach more men. And the funny thing is, men are like, oh, come on, this isn't real, because it's so foreign to your brain that once you see what it is that women want and the way that you have to do it, you're going to be like, well, that's the opposite of what I'd ever think in a million years. That's the point. All right. So I'm going to say something about a recent guy. God, what was it? I forgot. Maybe it'll come back to me. So let me give you the tip of the day. Okay. Here's the tip of the day. The biggest problem, the biggest challenge that I have when working with men is the male brain wants to go fast. It wants to go point A to point B. The right brain is about options and possibilities and experiencing it, right? So the right brain wants to slow down. The right brain wants to experience it, whereas a guy wants to go from point A to B, and it's ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. And her mating system, that will not turn on. She might have logical fun with that, but when it comes to romancing a woman I want to say communicating, it's more than that though. Expressing yourself in a way that the right brain gets triggered, because remember, her mating system is connected to her right brain. You got to slow it down. Now here's what, in fact, I just gave it away. The number one problem I have with clients is they go too fast. They talk too fast. They move too fast. They're pointing their fingers. Don't do that. Do not do that. Slow it way down. All the way to the point to where you should be completely stopped. There should be no thinking going on at all. In fact, I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. If you want people to feel comfortable with you, want to talk with you, if you can learn how to stop the chatter that's in your forehead that wants to say something, that wants to push and talk, if you can shut that off, literally, people are going to be like, wow, so-and-so seems so cool, so smooth. I feel so relaxed around them. They're going to want to spend time with you, okay? And guys, for women, all right, I'm going to give another piece away. Here's the deal. Clubs, bars, lounges, parties, they're designed for one thing and one thing only. When you got all these spinning lights and all these flashy, things going on and all this noise and people bumping into you and crowds, her mating system's looking for that one guy who's completely grounded. When you are slowed down, when you breathe, and then talk on the breath, which is something I'll teach in the course, it really relaxes women. Now, her mating system is looking for this kind of guy. It's that guy, as I said in my video recently, who's the calm beneath the storm. So you got all this chaos going on out here. If you can just calm down and slow down and talk in a normal voice, it'll also resonate your voice, okay? So that is the tip of the day. And then you might be like, what are you talking about? Most guys try to impress a woman by talking fast, by talking about the car, by doing this, by doing that. It's very irritating, man. You really should learn to slow it down. And also, when she talks, I'm going to give you another tip. You should be breathing in your nose and out your mouth while she's talking. Maybe not quite that pronounced, but actually I'll do that when I'm talking to guys. Like, oh, you can't do it so obvious. Like, you're breathing. What's wrong with that? A lot of guys get hyper vigilant about every little thing they do. Believe it or not, but it's actually quite normal every now and then to take a deep breath while you're talking, or especially while someone else is talking. In fact, when you get your breathing going and you can relax your lungs to where you breathe deeper, women will feel more comfortable with you. And that's the number one thing when a woman first meets you. Do I feel comfortable with this guy? There is another step, it's called interest. But once she's talking to you, she's already interested. So at that point, if you can slow down, breathe deep, and talk in a comfortable way, I'm going to give you a third tip. It'll help her to relax with you. You do that, women are going to want to talk to you. So here's another thing you could do. So number one, breathe on the breath. Talk on the breath. So you take a deep breath, and as you notice, I'm still holding my breath, not holding it, but I'm talking naturally on it, okay? So you do that, and you breathe in again. And then another thing you can do is you can elongate your vowels. So instead of, hello, how are you? Smooth, warm, calm. That's right, choppy, 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 choppy. Choppy, not good. Not good at all. Don't do that. Not good. Elongate your vowels. So instead of saying, oh, say, oh. Okay. Don't go, okay. Go, okay. Elongate. It doesn't have to be super long, but believe it or not, but the longer you do it, the more her body begins to feel your resonance, begins to feel your energy, begins to feel your voice, literally. So when you're talking like this, it's kind of irritating. If you kind of notice, a lot of guys, oh yeah, and they talk through their forehead, you know what I mean? And it sounds irritating. So what you want to do is you want to slow it down. Take a deep breath and simply speak on your breath. Talk while you still have breath in your lungs. But what a lot of Americans do, and a lot of Europeans too, they take short breaths and they talk real fast. And what that does, guys, is it puts you in your logical brain. But what it does for her is it pulls her into her logical brain, which disconnects her from her mating system. So if you can just slow down, pause between thoughts, pause between sentences, and take a deep breath, and then talk. Now here's another thing. Her mating system's looking for a guy who thinks before he speaks. Now that is a kind of another term we're going to talk about in the course, because really what you're doing is you're sensing inside what the possibilities are, which is really a right brain process. So a lot of guys think think this way. That is not what I mean. That is actually go, 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 fast, 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 fast. I mean the opposite of it. I mean open up, relax, and slow down, and literally sense what it is that you're about to say. Allow the words to naturally come up from here. Now you might be like, what are you talking about? That's a different way of talking, isn't it? Now a lot of my clients, in fact, all of my clients, every male, because they want to think and then they talk and they do this thinking thing and then they talk and they don't do that. That is not what I mean. And you know what? I can't put it in this video. In fact, it'll take me hours and hours and hours of working with you, slowly getting you to the point to where you're like, oh, that, like, yeah, you're not doing it from here. You're doing it from more of an expansive way. And I know it's very vague, but once you get it, you'll be like, wow. It's like you clear your mind. You don't actually want to do that back and forth thinking. That will screw you up. You want to have more social power. You want to have people to feel natural with you. You want to feel comfortable in public. Do the things I tell in this video. Breathe deep. Because once your body and your bloodstream gets oxygenated, you come out of panic attack. Okay? Believe it or not. But when you're not breathing, you're stressing yourself out for no reason at all. You're like, oh, I'm stressed. Ladies, this works for you too. Make yourself breathe a lot. 5-10 minutes longer. That little bit of oxygen in your body, if you notice, I've already slowed down from the beginning of this video. Normally, I'll do a relaxation technique or wait until I'm comfortable, but this time I thought, no, I'm just going to work it in as I do the video. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is, believe it or not, but if you don't slow down, all the techniques in the world that you learn, you'll just be screwing it all up. By talking fast, going fast, doing this, doing that, you want to slow it down, you want to breathe deep, and remember, while she's talking, that's a very good time for you to breathe. And I'm telling you, I've done it so many times. It's so, I want to say incredibly easy to watch a woman slowly relax with you, a girl, a lady you're dating, whatever. This is what's going to make a woman want to come back and be with you. And what it also does, and this is tip number 5 or whatever, is it helps you to resonate your voice and speak in a more open way. Instead of up here like you're uptight and stressed, don't do that. You want to take a deep breath? And you want to relax. You want to relax your eyes too. You don't want to, like most guys want to laser beam people. I've gone over that in many videos. Don't do that either, okay? So this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. The number one thing you've got to do. You've got to slow it down. You've got to calm down, and you've got to relax, okay? If you can do that while talking to a woman, when all the lights and ping pong and noise and drunk people are bumping into you, she's going to be very impressed. She's going to be impressed because it helps her to feel calm inside this storm. There's a reason her mating system's looking for that. Number one, she wants a guy who comes from awareness versus thinking. Male thinking, linear, logical thinking. There's a different form of thinking. I'm going to use the word processing. It's actually right brain processing, which is, sometimes I call that thinking, but I should technically say right brain thinking, but it's not. It's different. It's processing through your 5 senses, because that's how the right brain processes. The left brain processes through logic, okay? That is not what she's looking for. Her mating system is connected to her right brain, because a male who can figure out how to open up to his right brain is a male who can see the bigger picture. A male who can see the bigger picture is going to be a better mate because he moves up the social status ladder in the corporate world, the military, anywhere, in your local hometown, whatever you want to say. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Remember, the biggest tip of the day is breathe deep and slow down. It helps people to relax with you, okay? All right, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Buy my book, Crack the Female Code, at CrackTheFemaleCode.com. Oh yeah, by the way, for you guys who are kind of on the fence, if you haven't bought my book, buy the book. It's $25 right now. I've left it on sale. I put it back on sale, I should say. $25. It will change your life. In fact, it is August. If you guys, let me think. If you buy a book now, between the end of the month, I will throw in the bonus, okay? And I might throw something else in, but you got to get in before August 2016. All right, I'll see you soon. This is Mike Colleen, MikeColleen.com. Oh, one more thought. Here's another thought. I had a client come in recently who flat out told me he didn't read my book. He doesn't want to read books. He's not a reader. He didn't watch my videos. I said I gave him a certain amount of videos I wanted to watch. He didn't do it. And I didn't find out until the second session. I go, you know what? This course isn't for you. It really isn't. And you know, I'm going to say this right now. This is not a McDonald's course. It's going to take work. Period. Period, end of sense. In fact, I'll probably make another video on this subject alone. You have got to be willing to put the effort in. You've got to practice, 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 practice. The clients that get the most out of this course are the clients who put in to the course. If you don't put into the course, if you don't practice the techniques every week like I teach you, you come back for the next lesson, you're not going to be any better. Okay? Do not think you're going to show up, sit down, relax. I mean, you are going to relax. That's a big part of the course is relaxing. But don't think there's no work involved. There is work involved, and I'm going to refer a few books, especially my books, and there's a couple other books I'm going to refer to you to read. If you're not willing to do that over the next 6 months or 3 to 6 months, depending on how fast a reader you are, don't call me. Don't take this course. Seriously, this is not for you. This is not for guys who think, well, I'll just show up for 10 sessions and bam, your life will be changed. I promise you. I promise you this. You sign up for the 10 session course, I guarantee you, your life will be changed, okay? You're going to see things in such a different way. You're going to be like, I did not know this is the way women viewed the world. I'm like, yes. It is a game changer, hands down. On top of that, if you put the work in to the processes and the strategies and the techniques that I'm going to teach you, you are going to be gold. But that's up to you, okay? Don't think you're going to come in here and bullshit me. Don't think, because you know what I realized? Each person is going to put into this course the amount of effort they're going to put into it. No matter how much I ask, no matter how much I motivate you, it's up to you. Remember that before you take this course. It is up to you how much you get out of this course. If you're not willing to do the exercises, practice every day, Read the books that I recommend. You're going to see the differences. You're going to be blown away, but you're not going to quite get the results as powerfully as you could have if you would have worked your ass off. So this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. This course is about working your ass off to get results. It's not about learning philosophies. It's not about learning theories or opinions. I'll tell you what, though, I'm going to give you a break. I had a client come in, and he had a very specific thing he came in for. He goes, if I get this one thing, I'm going to be satisfied. He goes, I'll pay you up front, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? That was an eye-opener for me. He got what he wanted, and he said, that's it. I'm done. Thank you. Shook my hand, paid me in full, and he went back home. If you are just here for the philosophy and the understanding the other side of the fence, if that's really all you want, let me know up front, and we'll just go through the course. I won't push you to do the exercises. I won't get upset if you don't do them. Just let me know up front, but I'm going to have you sign something that so we both know, hey, this is what you said up front. You didn't want to do the exercises, so I'm flexible on that, but you got to let me know up front the first day or even before you come in. And the first day I'll have something typed up and printed for you to sign and date. So I know that we're both on the same page. So obviously I love teaching my course, and just the understanding side of how women process versus men, how women receive love. Women are actually turned on and romanced in the opposite way that men do. Watching a male's brain click with that alone is amazing. Biggest reward I get out of this is when it's like, I say it in all my videos, it's literally like the curtains are drawn, the lights are turned on, the sun shines, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, Jesus, I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I'm like, yeah. So you take this course to the level that you want to take it. That is completely up to you. This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I'm going to recommend right now, before you take my course, buy my book, Crack the Female Code, at crackthefemalecode.com. If you have any problems getting the book, let me know, and I can do a PayPal thing directly to you, and I can send the book to you directly. Either way, if you're serious about this course, buy the book first. Watch a couple of my videos so you have an idea of what this course really is about. A lot of guys think, oh, it's a pickup artist course. No, it's not. It's a Save Your Marriage course. It's Find a Girlfriend course. It's make a relationship that not only works but is a blast, that you have fun like you did in the first 6 months of the relationship. I'm going to end it at that. There's a lot more to it, but let's end it there. Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.